Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now it's Ajayi. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Ringo, 48. 4 down. Wait, hot.
2nd down, Cousins. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Play fake, Cousins. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Here's Ajayi. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now Rosen on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got a container.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Two. Where's the hot?
They run with Ajayi. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Wide.
Cousins. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. This is Ajayi. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolt.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Throwing is Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Robert Kimdichie in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And Myers able to knock it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but just
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Rosen to throw. That's complete to Meredith. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Green 39. Hot.
Right back to him on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, the spin. And able to work his way down to the 16. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Point after here coming up. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Cousins now on second down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll throw it with Rosen. And that That's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On third down, Rosen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And his kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll toss it to Ajayi. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. To throw, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 48, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff looking right. Able to push his way through. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now it's Rosen. And And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They stay on the ground. Again, it's a giant. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they'll go on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw is Cousins. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Cousins now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run again with a J. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, as the play call comes in on third down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Working out of the gun. Cousins. Flush to his right. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So out now come the Cardinals. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Green's got it over the middle. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Everyone's got four down. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind him, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And now here is another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Now let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 30.
He'll get it up the middle. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They'll start out on the ground with a J. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Yellow, yellow. Ready, in there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow.
2nd down, Cousins. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Cousins to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go. Boo, landed.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a handoff looking right. And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Arizona, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the turnaround hasn't materialized.